Hi there, my name's Emily. So I'd like to talk to you today about ancestral healing and why it's come into such prominence for me in my life, and also why it's calling so many of us now at the moment. Now, if you think about the transit of the earth, if you think about what is happening, we are entering into a new golden age. Outwardly it looks as though lots of things are falling apart. Outwardly it looks as though there is chaos. The ancestors and the trees are pulling away everything which is not true. And that means everything that is not true from your lineage. Okay, so that means anything that's not true about stories which may have been told about, for example, what it means to be a woman, stories which may have been told about motherhood. I'm using those two strands because I work with them very, very closely, but it's also about what leadership means in families, what power structures mean, and what it means to be a clan, what it means to be have kindred spirits and have a sense of belonging to a family. And the wisdom that comes through from the trees, from the ancestors, is very much that we're welcoming back lost parts. We're welcoming back those that may have not been welcoming back those that maybe had a truth that could not be heard for whatever reason. And the ancestral healing process is about, if you see my previous videos about the idea that the branches have been broken in some ways, and perhaps you were part of a broken branch, which when I talk about a broken branch, what I mean is that there's a power structure which is unsustainable, or that certain truths can't be told, or that basically there's discomfort, there's disharmony, and things aren't going well. Now, the first thing that happens in family structures when things aren't going well is that people stop talking, is that we stop, there's not that level of analysis of where did this go wrong. And the tools that I use in ancestral healing is to really trace all of those issues back deep down to the soil, to the ancestors, to the illuminated ancestors, and bring those tools to bring in a new form of leadership, which is about tending our ancestors and honouring the lineage we're from, honouring the wisdom, honouring, which is very, very different from an unquestioning respect for elders, because very often, you know, when things have been broken, it may be a younger member of the family who is going to be doing this work. I've just been talking with one of my clients who's going through this ancestral healing process at the moment, and the transformations and the realizations, the healing that's happening. And when I talk about healing, what I mean is that bringing to peace, bringing to understanding, bringing to love all of these elements in a way that simply could not be resolved by working it out with the living members, because these issues have a history and they go all the way back. And if we are coming to a point where we're raising the vibration, which we are, of humanity, and we're coming to a new awareness of our roles and our capacities and our capabilities, and so the old ways of holding power or not passing on wisdom or whatever that is, or silencing, they are not going to have a role in the future. So it's about kind of unlocking those patterns and being able to release not just singular members, but the whole tree with this energy of healing. And that's at the roots, you know, that's absolutely the roots. And I think that's, you know, that's one of the reasons why my connection with the trees and the ancestors just comes so beautifully together, because the trees are just kind of like, yeah, this is how it works, right down to a lot of the elemental remedies that I work with, which are often around bringing ritual and meaning and practices which support the emotions, support the release of emotions, the telling of truth, the togethering of the truth of the soul of the family. And, you know, deep down in the roots, all of our families are connected. You know, we're all connected on some level when we go all the way back. So the tending that you do on your branches and your roots will feed into the whole of humanity, which is just incredible and necessary and beautiful. So I have, and I will repeat this, I have an ancestral healing introduction, which is starting at the beginning of February. And the details are on my website under classes and workshops. And I also, before Samhain, I have a longer session as well. And the intention is that these practices, we begin them and we keep them flowing within our family. This isn't a short-term thing. This is like we're developing and refining, relearning these practices for generations to come, because we're mending our branches. You know, that's what we're doing right now. And if you'd love to know more about it, then book onto one of the free workshops, and share this with anyone you know who have struggled with these issues, and know that, you know, if you are in any way struggling with this, then there's a reason for that, and we can release the shame around that, and we can help you to become welcome, invited and connected again, because you belong. Lots and lots of love.